Played very well in their district opener, defeating a tough Goodland squad 13-7. The Beavers also played well in a tough 14-7 loss to Colby. In Class 4A District 16, TMP and Colby are 1-0, while Scott City and Goodland are 0-1. But with the district point system as it is, no one is out of the hunt yet. We'll be back with all the action in just a few minutes, but before we do, my old buddy Larry Calvery here. How are you, Larry?
Good, Howard. Yourself?
Just fine. Different side of the camera tonight?
Well, for a little bit here anyway. We're hoping Ben Bollig is going to show up, and should be a good game tonight. You know, I was talking to some of the guys with Scott City earlier before the pregame show here, and they showed me the stats for their game against Colby, and they beat Colby in every stat except for the one that counts, the score. So a tough loss for Scott City last week, but they are still in the playoff hunt.
Well, you know, like we were talking about earlier, the playoff, district playoffs, comes down to a point system. And while both games were, I think, one 13-7, the other 14-7, with that 13-point system, if it's just wide open yet.
Right. So it should be a good one tonight, and should the Monarchs even win tonight, they're going to have their work cut out for them next week against Colby out there. So we'd like to encourage all the TMP fans, should they win tonight, go out there and support the Monarchs.
That's for sure. You know, last year you were out in California, of course, when Scott City came to town, and what a game they had down here last year. Came down to a field goal, 3-0 game, and hopefully we'll have a game as good as that with TMP on the winning side.
That's right. Looking forward to it, Howard.
Well, don't go away, folks. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
The Cable 14 local game of the week, brought to you by
the Meckenstock Group. You'll be able to manage in the future if you manage your investments today. Your college and retirement funding specialist since 1937, the Meckenstock Group, 1407 Main, downtown Hayes.
At Sportsman Supply, you get more than just equipment. You get the service and knowledge to keep you right where you want to be, outside, enjoying it. Sportsman Supply, 2520 Vine, listed in the Feist area-wide yellow pages.
Build it or fix it. If it can be done, they can do it. Steel fabrication. Steel, stainless steel, aluminum, no matter what type of metal. Nobody beats the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications, East Highway 40 Bypass in Hayes.
Contractors providing quality electrical work to schools, hospitals, businesses, educational institutions, community centers, and more. Proud to be a supporter of area youth. RDH Electric Incorporated, 800 East 12.
TMP Marian reflects an atmosphere of home to its students, whether it's in support of school spirit at games, excellence in academics, or fundraising activities. It's the goal of faculty and alumni to search for excellence, which stands behind the statement, give them 4 years, they'll give you a lifetime.
Just as a football defense has to change its coverage to adjust to changes in the offense, your insurance coverage needs to adjust to changes in your family and lifestyle. Chase Insurance of Hayes can review and quote your car, home, business, health, and life insurance. Chase Insurance, 14th and Main, downtown Hayes.
Free student checking and the convenience of having an ATM card with 24-hour access to your account. Make it easy and convenient for you. Golden Plains Credit Union, where you belong, 2720 Broadway in Hayes.
Bel Air Realty since 1977. Something for everyone to look at and appreciate. Member of Hayes Board of Realtors and Hayes Multiple Listing Service. Remember to slow down in school and construction zones.
The Mad Matter, preserving your memories for a lifetime. Creative framing and matting of your senior portraits, graduation announcements, and pictures, even your favorite needlework and mementos. See all the possibilities at Mad Matter Frame Shop and Gallery, 112 East 11th Street in downtown Hayes.
The Mall at Hayes. The place to go, the place to be.
Insurance Planning Incorporated, where you insure with confidence for business, personal, life, and health. You always know you're getting the right coverage at the right price. Insurance Planning Incorporated with offices in Hayes, Russell, and Great Bend.
Commercial Builders Incorporated, 2717 Canal Boulevard, Hayes. Listed in the Feist area-wide yellow pages.
Walmart, always low prices, always Walmart, always.
The Print Shop can meet your printing needs with speed and attention to detail that's letter perfect every time. The Print Shop, 2010A Vine in Hayes.
Eagle Cable of Hayes, locally providing cutting-edge technology and quality entertainment for pennies a day. Eagle Cable of Hayes, 2300 Hall in Hayes.
No matter what they're into, Goodwin Sporting Goods can outfit your local athlete from head to toe. One-stop shopping for football, basketball, any sport. Remember, it's not a win unless it's a good win. Goodwin Sporting Goods, 109 West 11th, downtown Hayes.
Hayes' newest and best floor covering center is located at 12th and Oak. Floors and More, a fantastic selection of carpet, linoleum, solid and laminate wood floors, and ceramic tile, and a great job on installation. Floors and More, 12th and Oak.
Since 1978, Stromgren Supports has been keeping pro, college, high school, and youth athletes on the playing fields with their complete line of sports protection products. Stromgren Sports Protection, keeping you in the game.
A great place to pick up sports rugs, splints, and braces. Stromgren supports wraps, bandages, and ice packs for those athletic aches and pains is Purdy's Pharmacy, 2505 Canterbury Road.
With the Army's help, you can go to college and get the skill training you need to be successful in today's high-tech world. Call the United States Army and Army Reserves.
Taco Grande, where tacos are always 59 cents. Taco Grande, 412 East 23rd Street in Hayes, the cleanest little restaurant in town.
New movie releases each week on Tuesdays. OK Video not only rents great movies, they also have Nintendo 64, Sony PlayStation, gift certificates, DVD, all sorts of things. OK Video, 13th and Vine in Hayes.
Advantage Glass Plus has a great array of accessories for your pickup. And for your convenience, they can install and repair glass in the shop or at your location. Get the advantage with Advantage Glass Plus, located just north of I-70 on Vine. Listed in the Feist Area Wide Yellow Pages.
Academic achievement is serious business. In Hayes Public Schools, they take care of business.
KMA Productions is proud to bring you the Hayes High and TMP football games of the week on Cable 14. Thanks to all our great local viewers and area sponsors. Watch all your favorite local hometown sports heroes right here on Cable 14, the Mid-America Cable TV Association's first place winner for extended local sports coverage.
Hello again from Lewis Field Stadium. I'm Howard Peters, and along with color analyst Ben Bollig and cameraman Larry Calvery, we'll be bringing you all the action of tonight's second-round district play between the TMP Marian Monarchs and the Scott City Beavers. Well, Ben, Scott City comes to town, and as always, they're a tough ball club, 5-2. They lost last week to Colby, 14-7, but while our Monarchs won at Goodland, 13-7. So this is still anybody's district, Ben.
Yeah, Scott City's always had a real solid team. I mean, throughout the years, they've been a pretty good team. Although TMP's doing a great job so far these last couple games. I'm hoping they can come out with a victory here.
Well, along with the district play importance, tonight's a big game for TJ Gottschalk, and we'll kind of monitor him tonight. As coming into this ball game, TJ has 140 attempts, 952 yards, a 6.8 average, and 8 touchdowns, and we'll kind of do a countdown tonight, see when he gets to 1,000 yards, because that's kind of a milestone. He'll get his first rushing attempts here very shortly, as the Scott City Beavers deferred, and TMP elected to receive the football back deep for TMB. The Gottschalk brothers, both TJ and his brother Luke, along with Mark Shields.
That's a pretty powerful backfield back there. They all got some speed.
We're ready for the opening kickoff. Bouncing ball picked up by Shields in the middle. Shields up to the 25, across the 30, down to the 35-yard line.
I think there was a fumble on
Fumble
that
on the play.
Scott City saying they have it, and they do. First down.
Boy, what a bad break for the Monarchs, as Shields, with a nice run back, put the ball in the turf, and Scott City picks it up. Now they'll have great field position, and this is not what Coach Gene Flax wanted early.
I can tell Mark Shields is really frustrated with himself right now. That's a big mistake, but they can come from this with 11:54 left in this first quarter. It's just the beginning of the game.
Scott City with the motion man. They hand off to the first man through, and down in the bottom of the pile, number 54 for the Monarchs. That's John Glendenning, and Travis Gottschalk, number 63, was in there. The ball carrier, Miles Vogelmore. Scott City lines up with double wings. Quarterback looking deep, has a man open, just overthrows him.
Intended receiver on that play was number 82, Grant Helmuth.
The
He's
quarterback,
a 6'1", 185-pound senior.
the quarterback for the Beavers is Brett Bailey. Bailey, a 6'1", 180-pound senior. He has an arm. He's a pretty good athlete.
Yeah, he's done really well throughout the years.
Scott City, again, one of those teams that'll line up in multiple sets. This time they come out in an I. Flanker in motion. Bailey wants to throw, steps up into the pocket. He'll scramble, but the TMP pursuit right there. TJ Gottschalk on the pursuit, along with John Glendenning again. Travis Gottschalk was also in on that play. And now we'll have a big play for the Monarchs, as this is going to be 4th down and 10 yards to go.
You really got to watch Scott City. They like to run a man in motion almost every play to create some confusion on the defense.
This time a slot with a tight end. The slot goes in motion. Quarterback straight drop. He's rolling to his right, has a man in the flat, but underthrows him and passes incomplete.
That was nice coverage there by number 10, Jared Shippers, the 5'11", 155-pound sophomore.
Boy, and TMP comes out and does just what they needed to do. You know, they battled back from adversity. They lost that opening fumble, and then the defense really came out tough. And now the Monarchs will set up shop and go to work at about the 35-yard line, just a bit ahead of it. Shippers, a quarterback. He hands off to Gottschalk. Gottschalk will pick up a couple.
Taken down by number 51, Ronnie Murray.
Gottschalk with 2 yards on that carry. 2nd down and 8 for the Monarchs. They line up in their split back set. Flanker and a wide out. There's a little trap inside. Boy, it was going nowhere. Scott City had that one really well defended.
Yeah, they filled the hole rather quickly. It appeared number 32, Mark Shields, may have slipped up on that play, but he wouldn't have gotten too many regardless.
Actually, Shields loses a yard and a half, and now it's 3rd down and a long 9 for the Monarchs.
Split out for the Monarchs is number 99, Matt Allen.
That's going to be a break for the Monarchs, as Scott City was coming on a blitz, and they got a little over anxious.
Yeah, it appeared number 45, Mike Froquette, may have encroachment on that play.
Now the Monarchs with a 3rd and 5. We'll see what they can do with it here. Shippers brings them up. Shields and Gottschalk in the backfield. Shippers on the slant. That one was almost picked off. Pass goes incomplete, but boy, if the defender could have held on to that one, it'd have been 6 the other way.
Yeah, that was number 21. Check that. Number 20, Blake Eisenhower on the defense for the Beavers.
So TMP goes 3 and out. They'll have to punt.
Back for the Scott City Beavers is number 1, Brandon Lewis, and number 5, Brett Bailey.
Gottschalk gets off a good punt.
Fielded by Lewis.
Brandon Lewis out there with a nice run back. And there's a flag on the play. They'll spot it at about the 35-yard line, but let's see what's going on. That looks like a clip.
So Scott City really shooting themselves in the foot here early in the ballgame.
Well, the Beavers came out early on the opening kickoff, recovering a fumble with excellent field position at the 35 of TMP. And couldn't do anything with it. They went 4 and out. Then the Monarchs took the ball over, and they went 4 and out. Defensive battle so far, Ben. Scott City lines up in the eye this time. Fumble. TMP has it. The Monarchs have it. Coming out of there with the football, number 71 for the TMP Marian Monarchs, Matt Flax. Matt is a 5'10", 160-pound junior, and what a thrill for him to get this fumble. And right now, the Monarchs need to put this baby in the end zone.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the sophomore linebacker coming up with that ball.
Shippers under center. There's the quick pitch to Gottschalk. Gottschalk around the corner. He fights his way up for about 4 yards. We'll see where they spot it. They'll give him about 4 yards.
Let's talk about the awesome accomplishment here by T.J. Gottschalk tonight, encroaching the 1,000-yard mark. He's done a great job throughout this year for the Monarchs.
Gottschalk with the little trap inside. He'll pick up a couple. Third down and a long 3 for the Monarchs. Both TMP running backs with great seasons. Mark Shields with 107 carries for 495 yards and a 4.6 average. Fade pattern in the end zone, and that one's underthrown by Shippers. It was intended for Grant Lacey, but it was underthrown, and now the Monarchs will probably try for the field goal. Looks like TJ's putting his shoe on. TJ has done well as a kicker this year. He's 4 for 8 with the PATs, but when it comes to field goals, he's 3 for 4.
Yeah, he made a 47-yard field goal this last home game that the Monarchs had, which is pretty good boot.
TJ Gottschalk, an all-around athlete, gets his foot into it. That one's good, no doubt. T.J. Gottschalk gives the Monarchs a 3-0 lead here with 7:47 left in this first quarter of play. And the Monarch crowd on their feet. Advantage Glass Plus has a great array of accessories for your pickup, such as running boards, hood protectors, bed lighters, and bumpers. Advantage Glass Plus can install and repair glass in the shop or at your location. Get the advantage with Advantage Glass Plus, located just north of I-70 on Vine. The Print Shop can meet your printing needs with speed and attention to detail that's letter perfect every time. The Print Shop, 2010A Vine and Hayes. Well, the TMP Marian Monarchs pick up a break early here in the game as Scott City fumbles, and Monarchs, of course, recover it. They try 3 attempts at the end zone and then are forced to kick the field goal, but it's a 3-0 TMP lead, and TJ gets his foot into this one back near the goal line. Scott City on the run back. That's Bailey. Bailey gets it out to the 20-yard line, but a fine kick by TJ Gottschalk. Scott Schmidt down there to make the tackle and the kickoff. We'll see if the Monarchs can continue this defensive play that's really got them the lead here. TMP running out a 4-3 front.
Hand off to number 24, Miles
Volgamore.
Volgamore.
Volgamore is a 170-pound senior running back.
Tackle made by number 54. That's John Glendenning. Gain of about 2. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Scott City Beavers.
Scott City, led by their quarterback, Rhett Bailey. Now Scott City lines up in a double wing formation, motion. Bailey wants to throw it. He's got pressure, slides away from it. Now the pursuit catches up with him.
The initial hit on Bailey was number 65, Scott Schmidt.
Boy, Schmidt was coming in a hurry, and he had the quarterback just long enough, slipped away, but long enough for the pursuit to catch up. And Monarchs with a big play there, and that's almost a 5-yard loss. We'll say 4.5. Now we've got a third down situation with about 14 yards for the first. The Beavers line up in an I formation. Slot. Bailey wants to throw it. It's complete at the 25-yard line, but that won't be enough for a 1st and 10. Garrett Harper with the reception. Harper, a 170-pound senior. But now the Beavers are going to have to punt, and the Monarchs should have good field position, Ben.
Yeah, you got number 32, Mark Shields, and number 22, Luke Gottschalk in the backfield for the Monarchs. So
either
they
one
should get some yards out of this. Yeah, either one of them. They're both good backs.
Run away. Bounces. Shields wisely lets it bounce by him. That was heads-up play, and Monarchs will take over at the 32-yard line, their own 32, and see if they can get something moving.
Let's talk about the sophomore, number 10, Jared Shippers, quarterback for the Monarchs a little bit here. He's doing a great job this year. Came in to fill some big shoes from the senior Brett Ayton. He's really doing a good job this year.
Shippers, quick pitch on the right-hand side. Mark Shields, burst of speed up near the 40-yard line, and boy, Shields showed some quickness there.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Shields all that much. It's been based on number 11, T.J. Gottschalk, but really, Shields has done a great job this year. He's really doing a good job with the Monarchs.
Mark Shields has 3 touchdowns, all 3 of them rushing. He's got 1 2-point extra point, 20 points on the year for Shields. A little trap this time, and that's going to be close. Shields again.
Brought down on that play was for the Scott City Beavers was number 51, Ronnie Murphy. The 5'10", 185-pound senior.
Shields, last week in the district opener, had 107 yards on 27 carries. And when they get the ball to Mark like that, it opens up things for TJ. And TJ had 148 yards on 28 carries last week. So both running backs very good. There's TJ. Gottschalk almost breaks a big one there, and he's pulled down by the shoelaces after he picks up about 4 yards, maybe 5. We'll credit him with 5 there. Shippers brings him up. Quick handoff inside. That's to Gottschalk again. He'll pick up 3 on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd and 3rd and 2. Big play for the Monarchs here. Shields breaks it across. Actually right up to the 45-yard line. Another 1st and 10. Now the Monarchs beginning to move the chains. Monarchs out of their split back formation. Straight ahead to Shields again. He'll pick up 2. At Sportsman Supply, you get more than just equipment. You get the service and knowledge to keep you right where you want to be, outside enjoying it. Sportsman Supply, 2520 Vine in Hayes, listed in the Feist area-wide yellow pages. Well, the Monarchs are on the move. They have a second down and about 8. Chippers. Quick hitch. Grant Lacey. Nice catch, and then he knew what to do with the ball once he had it. Lacey, the nice pickup. Now the Monarchs will be 3rd and about 3 for another 1st and 10. Gene doing a nice job of play calling tonight. Has the Scott City Beavers a bit off balance here.
I think the Scott City Beavers were anticipating T.J. Gottschalk to carry the ball all the time, and he's showing that right now that Mark Shields can run the ball.
Gottschalk gets loose. T.J. Gottschalk with a great run. Gottschalk picks up 10 big yards there.
Just what I'm saying, Mark Shields is doing a great job. TJ breaks out for a 10-yard gain. So TMP not lacking in the running game tonight. Doing a great job out there.
Gottschalk in motion. Quick pitch to the right to Shields. And Shields gets down near the 25-yard line. Monarchs doing a great job tonight, Ben, on 1st and 10. They're picking up 4 or 5 yards on 1st and 10. And, boy, that's so critical because it makes the play calling so much easier at that point in time. You know, you pick up 4 or 5 yards a carry, and you can move those chains.
Yeah, I'm noticing a little intensity in this ball club tonight. The Monarchs really
Gottschalk trying to get to the outside. Sidesteps one defender. Gottschalk will pick up about 4 yards, maybe 5. We'll give him 5 on the carry. T.J. Gottschalk now up to 984 yards for the season. Straight ahead, Gottschalk. He'll be close to the 1st and 10. Timeout for a measurement. Well, now they say it's going to be 4th down. I thought they were going to measure it, but they're not. It's 4th down and inches for the Monarchs. Shields. Mark Shields should have it. Little trap play inside. He does. Shields running hard tonight, Ben. Mark Shields, he's running with, in fact, the Monarchs have come out here with great intensity. You know, they came off that first game. You know, they know they're in the district hunt here, and they want to just take care of business themselves. They're not worried about what anybody else does.
Yeah, Shields doing really well tonight. They're down here in the red zone. I just hope to God that they can punch it in and get the 6 points put up on the board.
RDH Electric, contractors providing quality electrical work to schools, hospitals, businesses, educational institutions, community centers, and more. Lighting up your residential, commercial, or industrial life. RDH Electric is proud to be a supporter of area youth. Call RDH Electric, 800 East 12th in Hayes. United States Army and Army Reserves are looking for young men and women who want to secure their future. With the Army's help, you can go to college and get the skilled training you need to be successful in today's high-tech world. Floors and More, Hayes' newest and best floor covering center, is located at 12th and Oak. They have a fantastic selection of carpet, linoleum, solid and laminate wood floors, and ceramic tile. For the highest quality at the lowest prices, come to Floors & More at 12th and Oak, just 1 block off Main in Hayes. Well, with 1 quarter out of the way, the Monarchs lead 3-0. They're threatening right now inside the red zone down at the 18-yard line. They have a 1st and 10. Shippers will bring them up. Shields straight ahead, powers his way down inside the 15-yard line.
Tell you what, these two running backs, number 32 Mark Shields and number 11 T.J. Gottschalk, are running with some authority tonight. They're getting those extra 2 to 3 yards that are crucial to get the first down. And like Howard was saying before, the first yards you get on a 1st and 10 are a real confidence builder on what play you're going to call next.
Shippers pitches out to Gottschalk. Gottschalk has the corner, touchdown, TMP from the 14-yard line. T.J. Gottschalk on the option, and I'll tell you what, credit Shippers for that play. He held the ball just the right amount of time and then pitched it to DJ, who rumbled down the sideline and took it in for the touchdown. And right now, TJ unofficially 999 yards on the season. That was his 9th touchdown. What a season. TJ adds the extra point, and with 11:27 remaining in the second quarter, the TMP Marian Monarchs take a 10-0 lead in Game 2 of District. This is exciting. The TMP fans are being treated to a football game tonight. And one thing, Ben, that I can't say enough tonight, the Monarchs have come out here with great intensity. This is a football team that is playing with playoff-type intensity. And they keep this up, they may well have a state playoff berth because they really have come out wanting to play.
Yeah, that's good to see. Last year, Scott City beat us in triple overtime in Scott City. It was a really rough game. It was horrible to lose that game. It would be great to see the Monarchs go to state. It would be a really good thing for them. They have a great senior class out there and a great coach, Gene Flax, and a great staff of coaches down there.
Well, you know, the Coach Flax philosophy, any good coach's philosophy is take them one at a time, and that's what the Monarchs have done. They've come in here tonight, and they're taking care of business tonight because you got to win them one at a time.
Coach Flack has always stressed that.
Gottschalk with the boot. Bailey will field it. Bailey up to the 20, 25, now at the 30. Breaks loose, across the 35, to the 40, 45, down to the 50-yard line, and finally pulled down there for the Monarchs by Aaron Rupp. Boy, if Aaron hadn't got him, there was 6 points. Nice job by Aaron Rupp, hustling across the field to make the tackle. That's the thing you've got to guard about in a game like this, because Scott City is a talented football team, and you don't want to let down. This time, Scott City with that double wing formation. Pair of tight ends, double wings. On the keeper, Bailey is pulled down, and that play did not fool Gottschalk. Luke Gottschalk was right there, and Monarchs really have come in here and are playing just terrific defense, man.
Not only did Luke Gottschalk flow to the ball, he fought off a blocker and made a tackle. That's awesome. That's what you like to see, and he's, only a sophomore this year?
Luke Gottschalk playing very, very, very well. Monarchs with this 4-3 defense, and it's been a force tonight. On the option, it's going nowhere, and this time for the Monarchs, Scott Schmidt from his strong safety position just comes across and takes care of that option in a hurry. Scott City has lost nearly 15 yards in 2 carries. That's some defense by the Monarchs.
Yeah, you don't like to see that if you're the Scott City Beavers, being as it's 3rd down and about 23.
As Larry Calvery used to say, 3rd down and a mile or 2. Bailey straight back, wants to step up, but he's going nowhere as the pass rush was right there and in his face, big number 51, Dick Barnes.
Also in on that tackle was the other defensive end, number 53. That's Daniel Munch. Monarchs doing an awesome job defensively. It just goes to show you what happens when you're excited and you're pumped up out there.
3 plays, negative 18 yards on that series of downs for the Beavers. And again, with that defensive set, the Monarchs are going to end up with some real good field position. Shields and Luke Gottschalk deep. Punts off. This time it'll bound around, and Luke lets that one go. It'll bounce down around the 22-yard line.
So the Scott City Beavers really doing a pretty good job with punting tonight. I mean, going from one end of the field to another.
Well, on this series, as we have it, at least unofficially, T.J. Gottschalk is at 999 yards on his first carry. That's a positive yard. He will break the 1,000-yard mark. That's a milestone. Still 1 game remaining and a little over a half in this game.
Timeout called by the Monarchs.
Bel Air Realty, since 1977, has something from everyone to look at and appreciate. They're a member of the Hayes Board of Realtors and Hayes Multiple Listing Service, which allows them to show homes listed by other agencies. A message from Bel Air Realty: remember, slow down in school and construction zones. The Mad Matter, nearly 20 years of preserving your memories for a lifetime. Creative framing and matting of your senior portraits, graduation announcements and pictures, even your favorite needlework and mementos. Come in and see all the possibilities at the Mad Matter Frame Shop and Gallery, 112 East 11th Street in downtown Hayes. Well, Ben, 10-0 with 9 minutes and 9 seconds left. The second quarter of play here in second round district action. There's Gottschalk with the pitch. That's it. He's over 1,000 and more. T.J. Gottschalk on his first carry in this possession picks up 8 big yards, and T.J. Gottschalk now 1,008 yards on the season for T.J. And we're early in this football game.
Not only does he have 1,000 yards, he's also got 1 field goal and 1 extra point so far this game.
Shields with the carry. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, stumbles forward a little bit. They'll give him a couple of inches on the carry. 3rd down now and about a foot. Monarchs need to pick this one up and keep moving those chains. We're at 8 minutes and 10 seconds in this second quarter. Chippers straight ahead, driving, pulling ahead. Mark Shields. Ben, I am really, really impressed with Mark Shields and the way he's been running. He does the kinds of things that coaches like in a running back. If you noticed on that last play, he was hit almost immediately, but he kept those feet driving and ended up picking up the 1st and 10.
Yeah, he's a pretty good running back. He's being undershadowed by number 11, T.J. Gottschalk, so far this year, but don't count him out. He's doing a good job for the Monarchs.
Straight back, wide open, Lacey. on a perfectly delivered ball by the TMP quarterback, Jared Shippers, and what a nice throw for a sophomore quarterback. Shippers, just a three-step drop, hit Lacey going down the seam. Lacey took it in stride. And I am really excited tonight, and it's impressive to see the way the Monarchs are coming out here. A great play calling again by Coach Flax. He has the Scott City Beavers really rocking and reeling. Here they make a mistake. They jump off sides, and
That's the third penalty so far on Scott City's behalf. It's really hard to shoot yourself in the foot like that when you're down in a game. The score right now is 7:14 left in this ball game, is 10-0 in favor of the Monarchs. The Monarchs are proving that they can not only run the ball, but they can throw it, connecting with number 2, Grant Lacey, on the previous play.
Jared Shippers has really come a long way this year as a quarterback, and that's going to be good for Gene because he'll be back for 2 more years. Shippers on the trap inside, hands off to Shields. This time Marcus Correll got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. But it's only 2nd down and 5 because the Beavers jumped off sides on that first down play, and so the penalty's just as good as a 5-yard carry. 2nd down and 5. Gottschalk on the quick pitch, cuts it to the inside. He'll get down inside the 35-yard line, down to about the 33. Now the Monarchs will have about 3 yards for a 1st and 10, maybe a little under. Allen splits out to the right. That's Matt Allen out there. Straight ahead on the straight dive to Gottschalk. The money man takes it down to the 30-yard line, and that'll be a 1st and 10. One of the things that's really impressive to me, Ben, with this football team is the lack of selfishness on the behalf of all the players out here. You know, every night we watch this team play, and while TJ is indeed having a great season, Mark Shields is out there. Allen was wide receiver position. Shippers now at quarterback. The line doing a great job. Shippers trying to get away that time on the pass rush gets to him. Getting back to what I was saying, you know, Dick Barnes, he goes down for a game or two, and a couple of people step up and take over for him. Just a really impressive season, and the numbers weren't big. I remember talking to Gene early in the season, and he was a little concerned with the numbers. But, boy, what a masterful job he's done this year. Gottschalk gets inside on a nice block. We talked just a minute ago about Dick Barnes, and Dick set that play up as he came out of his tackle position, made a key block. Gottschalk just inside. Picked up some nice yardage. Now it's 3rd down and 10, and we need a big one here, Ben.
Yes, we do. Coach Flax really has a promising team coming up next year, but let's not talk about that now because the Monarchs are looking for a win here.
Shippers rolls. Gets away from one Beaver, and then finally taken down, but not until, I should say, he picks up, well, what are they doing now? Now they're saying that his foot was down, that his knee was down, back near the 35-yard line, and it'll be 4th down here at the 35. I think Gene will go for it. Why not?
Being as it's 4th down and about 30.
15 yards to go.
15 yards to go. I'm anticipating Jared Shippers to put it in the air on this play.
They might go back to that. There it is. He has a man wide open, Allen with the reception, but it's going to be short. Matt Allen got down to the 25-yard line, but he needed to get all the way down to the 20. And that's one thing is with receivers. He did a great job, made a nice catch, nothing wrong with that. But sometimes in a situation like that, you've got to adjust your route and make sure you get down inside the first down marker.
Yeah.
Because a catch is just some yards without that. Double reverse here by the Beavers. Carrying the ball, number 10 for the Beavers, that's Tyson Schmidt. Schmidt, a little guy, 5'7", 145 pounds, but he played really big on that play. Picked up 7 yards.
Finally brought down by number 51, Dick Barnes.
Nice picture of Dick there. Larry Calvery, our cameraman, always doing a great job. And a little later, I'm sure we'll get a talk with Larry a little bit. I did the pregame with him, and that was fun. 2 minutes and 57 seconds remain. Ball is on the ground, and Monarchs all over it.
Taken down by number 10, Jared Shippers.
And the ball carrier, number 10, Tyson Schmidt.
Jared Shippers is a 5'11", 155-pound sophomore, also the quarterback for the Monarchs. Doing a great job this year, both offensively and defensively. He's a sophomore. A lot of promise for Coach Blacks coming up this next season.
We'll pick up all of those defenders for you as we go along here. Bailey rolls, trying to set up a screen to the other side. It's not there. Monarchs played that perfectly defensively.
Yeah, it appears we have a flag on the play.
What they were trying to do that time, Ben, was they were setting up a throwback pass. He rolled to his right, and you could see it set up to the left side, but the TMP defender was right there, and Bailey couldn't make the throw. And
Looks
Monarchs
like
come up, big play.
Yeah, it looks like they might have held number 65, Scott Schmidt, on that play, but the Monarchs are going to decline that with it being 4th down and about 10, which is going to force the Scott City Beavers to punt the ball back to number 22, Luke Gottschalk, and number 32, Mark Shields.
And again, the Monarchs are going to come out with good field position. They can get this punt fielded. Punt's off. It's a high one. Calling for a fair catch. Gottschalk, and that's a bad mistake.
Picked up by number 59 for the Scott City Beavers is Jared Steffens.
But they're gonna mark that right at the 42-yard line because you can't advance the recovery.
So that's a bad break for Mark Shields, dropping or fumbling rather, the kickoff early in the game, and now here, or no, that was Luke Gottschalk. Luke Gottschalk fumbling a punt.
The Beavers now set up. There's that little double reverse again. It's actually not a double reverse. It's a little reverse action play. They hand off one way and come back the other.
I have to apologize, Howard. I totally missed that one.
They do a nice job, Larry, of little trickery with the ball handling.
Well, that's the second time they ran that, and I caught it the first time. This time they got me, so they're one for two.
Well, the Monarchs now face Scott City. Scott City with a 2nd down and 6. Motion. Straight drop by Bailey. He has a man out there, but he overthrows him, and the receiver trying to say that there was pass interference, bumping, and this wasn't the case. It was just darn good coverage out there by Grant Lacey. 1 minute and 9 seconds remains in this first half. TMP leads Scott City 10-0. 3rd down, and we'll call it 6. Scott City this time lines up in an I set. Flanker and a wideout. There's the slant. A little slant pass. Nice completion to number 4 for the Scott City Beavers.
Which is not on our roster.
Brandon Lewis, that was number 1. I missed looking at the monitor here, and I missed the number, but it was number 1, Brandon Lewis. So with 1:04 left, and the Monarchs leading 10-0, timeout is called on the field. Scott City will have a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. OK Video gets new movie releases each week on Tuesdays. OK Video not only rents great movies, they also have Nintendo 64, Sony PlayStation, gift certificates, and now DVD, digital video discs. OK Video, 13th and Vine in Hayes. Walmart, always low prices, always Walmart, always. Well, this first half has moved right along. 1:04 left. Scott City with the ball on the 26-yard line of TMP. First down and 10 yards to go. Bailey rolling to his right. Has a man out in the flat. Just overthrown. Ben, it looks to me like the Scott City receivers are not going full tilt out there. Bailey doing a nice job of trying to lead him, and it just looks to me from up here that the Scott City receivers are not running their routes, what I would call full bore.
Yeah, they're definitely not finishing them. When the ball's within 2 or 3 yards, you got to make an effort at catching that ball, and they're just not doing it tonight. But you got to credit those defensive linemen and getting in there and putting pressure on Bailey.
Bailey, straight drop this time.
There's pressure by number 51,
Dick
Dick
Barnes.
Barnes.
Great job by TMP. They really hit Bailey, and boy, Bailey getting up slow.
They're going to call that an incomplete pass, is what they're going to call that. So it's going to be down at the line of scrimmage. I believe 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
3rd down and 10. Timeout called by Scott City with 54 seconds here. That'll give us an opportunity to talk about a few more of our fine sponsors, starting with the Meganstock Group. The future's not that far away, and you'll be able to manage in the future if you manage your investments today. Your college and retirement funding specialist since 1937. The Meganstock Group, 1407 Main in downtown Hayes. Purdy's, a great place to pick up sports rubs, splints, and braces, Stromgren supports, wraps, bandages, and ice packs for those athletic aches and pains. Purdy's Pharmacy, 2505B Canterbury Road in Hayes. We see a shot of some of the TMP fans, students, big supporters. It's always fun doing the TMP games. You see the student body always very supportive of the Monarchs.
Yeah, there's a lot of pride here at TMP.
3rd and 10. Bailey now, check that. Looks like we may have a new quarterback out there. We do. Number 9 looking to throw. Overthrows the receiver. Number 9, Lance McKinney, a 5'9", 140-pound sophomore. I thought Bailey was getting up awfully slow after he took that big hit. And
yeah, Dick Barnes delivered a pretty good blow to Bailey. So I don't know whether or not the Scott City Beavers are going to throw the ball too much the rest of this game.
Lance McKinney, well, they came out that time and chucked it down the field. We'll see what they do here. Almost have to. 4th down and 10. Motion. Rolling. McKinney gets the ball away, and he's leveled again.
Hitting Bailey hard on that play was number 22, Luke Gutchalk, and number 65, Scott Schmidt.
Actually, McKinney that was in there. Bailey's already been knocked out. And McKinney, the quarterback, really got leveled again. You know, and that play had some Marvin Miller written all over it. Marvin Miller, one of the assistant coaches for TMP, fiery kind of guy. He'll, I'll tell you what, Marvin, he'll get after it.
Yeah, he will. This is a pretty good Monarch ball club out here tonight, coming out with some intensity.
45 seconds remain for the Monarchs to work. Shippers under center. He'll hand off to Gottschalk. Gottschalk breaks loose to the 40-yard line, across the 40-yard line, and T.J. Gottschalk, a machine. Timeout now, and interesting, before we had the clock down to about 1 minute and 7 seconds, I said, this game is moving right along. It had only been 45 minutes since the start of the game, and gosh, it seems like we've probably had it 5, 6, 7 minutes to play off 30, 40 seconds. A lot of timeouts being called here as both teams want to use up their full contingent of timeouts if they have them. Try to score. Goodwin Sporting Goods, no matter what they're into, Goodwin Sporting Goods can outfit your local athlete from head to toe. One-stop shopping for football, basketball, or any sport. Remember, it's not a good win unless it's a good win. I think I did that one wrong here, Ben. Goodwin Sporting Goods, 109 West 11th in downtown Hayes. Visit Terry and all the fine folks down at Goodwin's. Great place to shop.
Been there for a long time.
T.J. Gottschalk breaks it out, gets out of bounds wisely, but not before he's picked up another 8 yards. Yeah, we'll say 7, basically, not 8. Gottschalk with nearly 1,040 yards now on the season, trying to get more here. He gets pounded out of bounds with 31 seconds left.
Nice tackle there by number 59 for the Scott City Beavers. That's Jared Steffens.
The Monarchs tonight came out from the get-go with some intensity. They fumbled the opening kickoff, but really put on a great defensive stand. And from that point on, the Monarchs have just been fired up and really intense. There's the pitch to Gottschalk. One man to beat. Cuts inside, breaks 2 tackles. Gottschalk still on his feet across the 30-yard line. And folks, I want to tell you something. That was big time. 2 defenders converging on Gottschalk. One from one side, one from the other. Gottschalk just lowers the shoulder, and one goes one way, the other, and TJ's still on his feet. What a heck of a play by Gottschalk. This kid's going to play at the next level.
Yeah, he did a great job on that play, taking out number 9, Lance McKinney, the 5'9", 140-pound sophomore, which, if I don't forget, I believe is their new quarterback.
It sure is. I'll tell you, that's the kind of play you want to put on the scouting tape that you send out to the colleges, because one thing that, at the next level that they're looking for is desire. There's a lot of good athletes come out at that level, but the difference between those that make it and those that don't is desire, and you can see on that play, TJ showed it. 22 seconds left. The Monarchs leading 10-0. And they really have played well tonight. Credit Coach Gene Flax and his staff for getting the Monarchs ready. That staff consisting of Sean Cook, Leroy Nadd, Tom Grease, Marvin Miller, Justin Huslick, and Yancey Walker. Great staff out here, and they really have the Monarchs playing here at playoff time. Chippers to Gottschalk. Gottschalk gets to the outside, down to the 25-yard line, and they say he's not out of bounds. They The official right there said Gottschalk was not out of bounds. There's 5 seconds left, now 4. Chippers quickly spikes the ball, and the Monarchs are going to have one more play, and they're going to put it on the toe of T.J. Gottschalk. They'll try a field goal here.
He's come through for him before this game, having one field goal and one extra point already previous to this field goal attempt.
TJ tonight with all the points, scored a touchdown, kicked the extra point, made a field goal. He'll try to make his second one. Kick is up. Shoe came off. Boy, the shoe went almost farther than the ball that time. I think they were hustling to get that field goal in and not sure that the shoe got probably tightened as well as it should have. And as TJ attempted to make the kick, the shoe flew off. That'll end the first half of play, but the TMP Marian Monarchs come into Lewis Field Stadium tonight with a commitment to a victory. They lead 10-0 at halftime. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back in a few minutes.
The Cable 14 local game of the week brought to you by
The Meckenstock Group. You'll be able to manage in the future if you manage your investments today. Your college and retirement funding specialist since 1937. The Meckenstock Group, 1407 Main, downtown Hayes.
At Sportsman Supply, you get more than just equipment. You get the service and knowledge to keep you right where you want to be, outside, enjoying it. Sportsman Supply, 2520 Vine, listed in the Feist area-wide yellow pages.
Build it or fix it. If it can be done, they can do it. Steel fabrication. Steel, stainless steel, aluminum, no matter what type of metal. Nobody beats the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications, East Highway 40 Bypass in Hayes.
Contractors providing quality electrical work to schools, hospitals, businesses, educational institutions, community centers, and more. Proud to be a supporter of area youth. RDH Electric Incorporated, 800 East 12th.
TMP Marian reflects an atmosphere of home to its students, whether it's in support of school spirit at games, excellence in academic, or fundraising activities. It's the goal of faculty and alumni to search for excellence, which stands behind the statement, give them 4 years, they'll give you a lifetime.
Just as a football defense has to change its coverage to adjust to changes in the offense, your insurance coverage needs to adjust to changes in your family and lifestyle. Chase Insurance of Hayes can review and quote your car, home, business, health, and life insurance. Chase Insurance, 14th and Main, downtown Hayes.
Free student checking and the convenience of having an ATM card with 24-hour access to your account make it easy and convenient for you. Golden Plains Credit Union, where you belong, 2720 Broadway in Hayes.
Bel Air Realty since 1977. Something for everyone to look at and appreciate. Member of Hayes Board of Realtors and Hayes Multiple Listing Service. Remember to slow down in school and construction zones.
The Mad Matter, preserving your memories for a lifetime. Creative framing and matting of your senior portraits, graduation announcements, and pictures, even your favorite needlework and mementos. See all the possibilities at Mad Matter Frame Shop and Gallery, 112 East 11th Street in downtown Hayes.
The Mall at Hayes. The place to go, the place to be.
Insurance Planning Incorporated, where you insure with confidence for business, personal, life, and health. You always know you're getting the right coverage at the right price. Insurance Planning Incorporated with offices in Hayes, Russell, and Great Bend.
Commercial Builders Incorporated, 2717 Canal Boulevard, Hayes. Listed in the Feist area-wide yellow pages.
Walmart, always low prices, always Walmart, always.
The Print Shop can meet your printing needs with speed and attention to detail that's letter perfect every time. The Print Shop, 2010A Vine in Hayes.
Eagle Cable of Hayes, locally providing cutting-edge technology and quality entertainment for pennies a day. Eagle Cable of Hayes, 2300 Hall in Hayes.
No matter what they're into, Goodwin Sporting Goods can outfit your local athlete from head to toe. One-stop shopping for football, basketball, any sport. Remember, it's not a win unless it's a good win. Goodwin Sporting Goods, 109 West 11th, downtown Hayes.
Hayes' newest and best floor covering center is located at 12th and Oak. Floors and More, a fantastic selection of carpet, linoleum, solid and laminate wood floors, and ceramic tile, and a great job on installation. Floors and More, 12th and Oak.
Since 1978, Stromgren Supports has been keeping pro, college, high school, and youth athletes on the playing fields with their complete line of sports protection products. Stromgren Sports Protection, keeping you in the game.
A great place to pick up sports rugs, splints, and braces. Stromgren supports wraps, bandages, and ice packs for those athletic aches and pains is Purdy's Pharmacy, 2505 Canterbury Road.
With the Army's help, you can go to college and get the skill training you need to be successful in today's high-tech world. Call the United States Army and Army Reserves.
Taco Grande, where tacos are always 59 cents. Taco Grande, 412 East 23rd Street in Hayes, the cleanest little restaurant in town.
New movie releases each week on Tuesdays. OK Video not only rents great movies, they also have Nintendo 64, Sony PlayStation, gift certificates, DVD, all sorts of things. OK Video, 13th and Vine in Hayes.
Advantage Glass Plus has a great array of accessories for your pickup. And for your convenience, they can install and repair glass in the shop or at your location. Get the advantage with Advantage Glass Plus, located just north of I-70 on Vine. Listed in the Fi Stereo White Yellow pages.
Academic achievement is serious business. In Hayes Public Schools, they take care of business.
KMA Productions is proud to bring you the Hayes High and TMP football games of the week on Cable 14. Thanks to all our great local viewers and area sponsors. Watch all your favorite local hometown sports heroes right here on Cable 14, the Mid-America Cable TV Association's first place winner for extended local sports coverage.
Welcome back to Lewis Field Stadium, where in second round district action, the TMP Marian Monarchs lead at halftime the Scott City Beavers 10-0. And boy, in the first half, the Monarchs came out with great intensity, played super defense, and executed offensively very well. Took a 10-0 lead, and Ben, I'll tell you what, the Monarchs playing with great intensity tonight.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. T.J. Getchak, Mark Shields, Jared Shippers, Grant Lacey on a pass. They're moving the ball up and down the field. They're putting some points on the board.
And one of the big stories tonight in this first half, T.J. Gottschalk going over 1,000 yards rushing. He's actually, we have him at 1,045 for the season. Rushed for his 9th touchdown on the season. What's most impressive with TJ is that 6.8 per carry average, which, boy, that's just glittering for as many carries as he's had.
And what was Mark Shields again for what?
On the kickoff, the ball rolls down to the end zone, picked up there, taken back, and the Monarchs all over the ball carrier.
Brought down by T.J. Gottschalk and Matt Flax. Matt Flax looking to having a little bit of a problem right now.
The
stunner maybe on his shoulder.
The Monarchs really hustled downfield that time. And, that's the way they've been playing all night. Just great intensity here, a lot of fire. They line up in that trademark 43 defense. Scott City in their eye this time. Hand off to the deep back. He'll pick up a yard, maybe 2. Off the bottom of the stack that time, number 15, Dave Beffert. Across that line, number 63, Travis Gottschalk defensively. Number 51 on that front line is Dick Barnes. 53, Daniel Munch, and number 54, John Glendenning. An excellent defensive front for the Monarchs. There's the pitch out, and it's well covered by the Monarchs as a host of Monarchs over there. Number 44 out there. Landon Geist.
Tell you what, Howard, I think everybody on the team was in on that tackle except for the safety, number 32, Mark Shields.
That would be a herd of Monarchs, wouldn't it, instead
Yeah,
of a host?
it would. That was a lot of Monarchs.
What do you call a group of beavers, though?
Not sure, Larry. I know with geese it's a gaggle. Straight drop by Bailey, then reverses his field, looks downfield, Nice defensive play out there. An excellent defensive play. Grant Lacey. The TMP Marian Monarchs have come to play tonight, folks.
I'll tell you what, the Monarchs have always struggled with defensive secondary, but here tonight, they're doing a great job. I think they just needed a build of confidence, and Grant Lacey's proven that tonight, doing a great job for the TMP Marian Monarchs.
And Scott City will punt the ball away. Shields and Luke Gottschalk back there to field it. Last time, Luke had a little trouble on the fair catch. It comes to Luke again. This time he drops it again and picks it back up.
Once you get those shakes on those punt returns, it's hard to get rid of them.
Well, Luke Gottschalk is a sophomore, and those things are going to happen once in a while, but he's a good player. He'll shake it off. Fortunately for the Monarchs, Luke hustled after it, picked up the ball, and Monarchs will set up shop now at the 47-yard line, their own 47.
Just ask old Brad Beaker. He'll tell you how hard it is to field those punt returns. With all those big guys coming after you, want nothing more to hit you hard.
Brad Beaker, a former TMP player and a good one. Straight handoff to Mark Shields. Shields will pick up a yard or two. Monarchs did a good job in the first half of moving the chains. No real big plays, just 5, 6, 7 yards a pop, and moved the chains right down the field. Shippers with the pitch out to Gottschalk. This time, the Beavers do a great job of flowing to the ball, and you can see that Scott City has made some defensive adjustments. They've done a nice job here so far on the Monarchs.
Kind of a risky toss by number 10, Jared Shippers, the quarterback for the Monarchs. Gottschalk having to reach back and handle that.
Shippers wants to throw the ball, has a man wide open, hits him in stride. He drops the ball. Grant Lacey was wide open. Jared Shippers with a strike. Lacey had it for a minute and let it get away from him.
That was 6 points, Howard. That was a great job by Jared Shippers, the sophomore quarterback, on making a really an accurate pass on that play. Shippers bringing the Monarchs up to the, or check that, Monarchs going to punt. Nice punt got off by number 11, TJ Gottschalk. Finally taken her down around the 29-yard line. So the Scott City Beavers going to take over in this second half of play with 8:50 left. The Monarchs leading the Beavers 10-0. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Beavers. Nice punt by TJ Gottschalk.
Well, the Monarchs will set up shop defensively now.
Nice run by number 45, Mike Fourquette.
Fourquette picks up about 8 yards. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left. The Monarchs leading 10-0.
Still early in this second half. The Monarchs definitely can't shut down shop yet. With a 10-0 lead over the Beavers.
This time, Scott City comes out with a twin set.
Going to be a delay of game called on the Beavers. That's going to make it second down at about 6 or 7 yards. Scott City Beavers setting up down around about the 32, 33-yard line. Hand off to the first man through the pack. Gain of about 2 yards. It's going to be third down and about 4 yards for the Scott City Beavers.
Scott City with a drive of their own right now, and they're starting to move the football. Monarchs need to toughen up here and play some defense. Big play for the Scott City Beavers right here.
Yeah, I was just talking to the cameraman for the Scott City Beavers outside during the halftime, and he said the Beavers were nursing Bailey.
Great job of defense by the Monarchs. Number 63 down there coming up off the pile. That's Travis Gottschalk, and a couple of other Monarchs in on the play. Now it's a fourth down, and Scott City will have to punt it away. Monarchs again, they bent a little bit on that drive, but they stopped the Beavers, and Scott City will have to punt it away here. Gottschalk and Shields back there. You know, that shows a great deal of confidence that Coach has in Luke Gottschalk. He's got him right back there. There's a fake. Pass downfield, intercepted by Luke Gottschalk. Luke Gottschalk read that all the way, saw what was coming up, came up hard from that deep punt return spot, set himself up in a position to make the interception, makes it, and now that series of events, the Monarchs will have great field position at the just over the 45-yard line in Beaver territory. 6 minutes and 33 seconds left in this second quarter. Score 10-0. TMP leading.
Hand off to Gottschalk. Gain of about 4 yards on that play.
Gottschalk up near the 40-yarder, down near the 40-yard line, I guess I should say. We're in Scott City territory.
Finally brought down by number 75, Ray Lopez, for the Scott City Beavers.
Second down and 6. Monarchs on the move. They lead 10-0 here in the third quarter. Grant Lacey splits out to the right. Chippers, inside handoff, breaking loose. Mark Shields all the way down to the 30-yard line, and Mark picks up the 1st and 10.
The senior running back, Mark Shields, is doing a great job tonight.
We talked about Mark earlier coming into this game. Mark has carried the ball 107 times, 495 yards, a 4.6 average, and 3 touchdowns. And Mark's got a bunch of yards again tonight.
I would guess right now that he's right around 550, maybe even 560. He's really running the ball with some authority tonight.
Chippers to Gottschalk. Gottschalk picks up about 4 yards. Free student checking and the convenience of having an ATM card with 24-hour access to your accounts. That's Golden Plains Credit Union, where you belong. Golden Plains Credit Union, 2720 Broadway in Hayes. Chippers to Shields. Shields will pick up a couple. He's down near the 25-yard line. Taco Grande, where tacos are always 59 cents. Taco Grande, 412 East 23rd in Hayes. The cleanest little restaurant in town. Well, it's third down for the Monarchs. The ball's at the Scott City 25-yard line, and this time the Monarchs come out with a one-back set, and they hand the ball off to Shields out of that set. Shields up near the 1st and 10.
Like I was saying before, I was talking to the Scott City cameraman out there during the halftime, and they said something rather about the Colby Eagles getting beat right now by Goodland Cowboys. So looking pretty promising for the Monarchs right now, being up on the Scott City Beavers by 10 points. The Monarchs will play the Colby Eagles in Colby coming up next week to determine whether or not they go to state
Gottschalk straight ahead. He'll have the first down.
That is if they win this game.
3 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third quarter of play with the TMP Marian Monarchs leading Scott City 10-0, and they're threatening again down at the 19-yard line with a first down. This time the Monarchs back in their split set. There's the quick pitch. Shields on his feet down to the 10. Still on his feet down to the 7-yard line, and Mark Shields running like a madman tonight. This intensity of this TMP squad is just permeated throughout the whole squad. Every TMP football player on that field tonight is playing with a high level of intensity, from the center to the guards, tackles, the entire front. The backs are running with reckless abandon, and receivers out there running great routes. This is a super effort. There's Gottschalk. He's loose, headed for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown. Number 2 on the night for TJ Gottschalk, and the TMP Marian Monarchs take a 16-0 lead with 3 minutes left in this third quarter of play.
Yeah, there really is no most valuable player of this game. The whole team's just playing great tonight. Credit the Monarchs, doing a great job tonight. I mean, whether, like Howard was saying before, offensively, the line, the running backs, the quarterbacks, the receivers, they're all doing an awesome job. Defensively, the whole defense is doing a great job.
Gottschalk with the extra point attempt, and this time he doesn't make it. So the score remains TMP 16, Scott City nothing. We're at the 3-minute mark of the third period. The Mall at Hayes, the place to go, the place to be. How about a little extra madness this month? You interested in becoming a 4-H member? Then come on down to the Mall at Hayes on October 23rd from 1 to 4 p.m. for the 4-H roundup, and let your kids see what all the excitement is about. For those who know a kindergartner in Victoria or just like children's art, come and see the Kindergarten Halloween exhibit starting October 24th and showing until Halloween. See what neat things these creative youngsters have come up with. Last year, the Mall at Hayes held another trick-or-treat at the mall, but this year, they're trying something different. Come out to the Mall at Hayes on October 30th for the first ever Malloween Carnival. Carnival will begin at 2:30 and run till 4:30 p.m. Stop by and see what the great games and prizes that they have in store for the kids of all ages. All proceeds will be given to nonprofit organizations. The Mall at Hayes would like to wish all the kids and parents a very happy and safe Halloween this year. Remember, stop by the Mall at Hayes in October for all the great events and exhibits. The Mall at Hayes, the place to go, the place to be.
Ball fielded by number 10, Tyson Schmidt.
Schmidt with the seam. Schmidt up across the 35-yard line, down to about the 37-yard line.
Nice run back by Schmidt. Finally taken down by Aaron Rupp and number 64. I believe that's
64 is Aaron Rupp. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remain here, and the Monarchs will operate out of that 4-3 set. Beffert at one linebacker spot. Pitch out, recovered by TMP. On the ball.
That appears to be number 54.
Dick Barnes, number 51, I believe.
51.
Dick Barnes, number 51, with the recovery.
Dick's doing an awesome job this game. Making some big plays.
An errant pitch, and very alertly, Dick Barnes right there to pounce on the ball. The Monarchs with a big break here, and they take over right at the 30-yard line.
2:45 left in the third quarter.
Monarchs leading 16-0. There's the pitch to Shields, breaks one tackle, down inside the 25-yard line. You know, we talk about these running backs, but what we really have to mention tonight is this offensive front for the Monarchs. Dick Barnes out there at one tackle doing a great job. These guys are really, really playing some football tonight.
Yeah,
Daniel Munch out there lead blocking.
Hand off to Shields, gain of around about 3 or 4 yards. It's going to make it 3rd down and about 1 yard to go. You also have number 65, Scott Schmidt, out there on the offensive line doing a great job tonight. Also number 71, the center for the Monarchs, is Matt Flax.
3rd down and 2 now, an important down for the Monarchs. If they can keep this drive alive, they'll run some clock off and, more importantly, be down there close to a score again. Gottschalk pulls his way ahead, and he's going to have the 1st and 10. They spot it. They'll move the chains. T.J. Gottschalk just wanted that one.
Yeah, there's no stopping the Monarchs tonight. Really moving the ball offensively and stopping the ball defensively.
Checking in for the Monarchs, number 40, Mike Deal. Deal is a sophomore. He'll split out to the right. Allen split out to the left. Split back set.
Looks like we're going to have a 1st down for Scott City on the, it appeared number 10, Jared Shippers, was loosely carrying the ball and just came in there and grabbed it. The defensive lineman, I think it was number 54, Thomas
I'm not
Edwards,
sure if
for
that
the
was
Scott
supposed
City
to be
Beavers.
the dive play, and Shippers just didn't get there, or they were trying to run an option out of it, but I suspect that they were trying to run the dive, and Shippers just didn't get there with the ball. And they turn it back over to Scott City. Scott City now. They're going nowhere on that first play. As credit we'll just say the interior of the Buffaloes, led by Travis Gottschalk. But as Larry said before, a herd of Monarchs.
I was a herd of Monarchs.
They sure were.
And they're Monarchs, not Buffaloes, Howard. Of
Well,
course, I don't know what the difference is.
actually, they're Monarchs. You're right, but I think a Monarch's a Buffalo.
A Monarch is a Buffalo.
Monarch of the Plains, the Buffaloes.
Didn't we have this discussion last week between the Pratt and TMP Monarchs? Monarch was a Buffalo and Pratt Greenbacks. That's a Frog.
Well, on that play, the quarterback attempting to complete a pass was not successful. That's the new quarterback that's in for Scott City. That's Lance McKinney. Their starter, Bailey, knocked out earlier in the first half with a shoulder injury. He'll not be back. McKinney trying to roll out of pressure, and Dick Barnes and Luke Gottschalk right there to pull him down. And you see this intensity of TMP tonight. They are playing, what they're doing tonight is they play a 4-3 defense, but tonight this 4-3 has become very, very aggressive with some stunts, and they're also sending the backers, and what an aggressive defense. The quarter ends. Third quarter comes to an end with TMP Marian leading the Scott City Beavers 16-0. Commercial Builders, Inc. has earned a reputation for keeping construction costs under control by building on target, on time, and on budget. Commercial Builders, Inc., 2717 Canal Boulevard in Hayes, listed in the Feist area-wide yellow pages. Build it or fix it. If it can be done, they can do it. In steel, stainless steel, aluminum, no matter what type of metal. Nobody beats the Iron Men of Western Kansas, Steel Fabrications, East Highway 40 Bypass in Hayes. Chase Insurance of Hayes would like to congratulate all the students who participated in the fall sports season. Congratulations to the football, soccer, cross-country participants and all their coaches. A special mention to the TMP Marian Lady Golfers for their second place finish at state, and the Hayes High School Lady Golfers for their third place at state. The Best of luck to all of our high schools in their quest for state titles. In your quest for the most competitive insurance rates with the best coverages, call Glenn Staub or Larry Schaefer at Chase Insurance of Hayes for your car, home, business, life, or health insurance. Chase Insurance of Hayes, located 14th and Main in downtown Hayes. And on the punt, the punt rolls dead near the 40-yard line. Back field the punt that time was Mike Deal, and he very wisely let the ball roll. And the Monarchs with great field position at the 49-yard line again.
Wouldn't hurt to put some more points on the board, Howard.
Where you can bet that Coach Flax and his staff are trying to figure out a way to do it as we speak. And that's the man whose hands you want to put it in if you want to get it. T.J. Gottschalk all the way down inside the 35-yard line, down to the 33-yard line of the Beavers.
T.J. Gottschalk and Mark Shields are really doing a great job tonight. They're both making great cuts when they need to cut, having their eyes open on the field, looking for ways of getting away from those defensive linebackers on those easy toss and trap plays.
Well, if TJ keeps up at this pace, he'll go over the 1,100-yard mark as tonight. Well, what an accomplishment. TJ stumbles ahead for 2 or 3 yards. That time the Beavers front. Good job defensively. Jared Steffens on the tackle that time for the Beavers. We've mentioned his name a number of times. Good defensive player for Scott City. Shippers brings him up. This time Gottschalk's in motion. Now the trap inside.
Almost
Shields
getting away. Nice job by Shields.
one step from a touchdown. Like you said, it was close, but Mark took it all the way down for another Monarch 1st and 10. 10:48 left in this fourth quarter of play. The Monarchs lead 16-0. Shippers again with the trap. This time, Scott City says nothing doing. We're going to stop the play right here, and they did. Shields stopped, actually lost a yard. TMP player out there, Dick Barnes,
limping off
the field. Shippers on the option, keeps it himself, cuts it up inside, and he'll be down to near the 15-yard line.
It was a nice fake by Shippers. Doing a good job of making the back go for the pitch man instead of himself.
Well, and again, something that the Monarchs prepared for this week. You can see that they spotted something in the Scott City defense and are pressuring it with that little speed option play.
Does it again the other direction.
This time he pitches it. Great job, Mark Shields with the ball down to the 5-yard line, and credit Jared Shippers. I tell you, for a sophomore, this kid is doing a great job.
He's doing an awesome job is what he's doing. What he's doing is he's waiting for the man to come up to him, and then he's going to pitch the ball off to Mark Shields or T.J. Gottschalk, and therefore gaining about 5 or 6 more yards. Credit the Monarch quarterback. He's doing a great job tonight.
Shippers will bring him up. It's 1st and goal from the 5. Shippers himself keeps the ball, and he'll fight his way back up to the line of scrimmage. That time the Beavers did a good job stopping the option. Shippers really had no place to pitch the ball.
No place to run and no place to pitch the ball. That's kind of frustrating.
Allen splits out to the right. Grant Lacey at a wing. Gottschalk on the pitch, pulling his way ahead. Just short of the goal line.
I'll tell you what, Howard, he was hit at the 5-yard line, and he fought all the way up to within inches of the end zone.
The
That's just sheer power right there.
Impressive thing with T.J. Gottschalk is his leg strength. It takes more than one player to get Gottschalk down, and he just keeps those legs churning. Now, 3rd down and 1. Who's going to get the ball? Shippers himself.
Straight up the middle, and well-deserved. Touchdown, number 10, Jared Shippers.
The TMP Marian Monarchs punch it into the end zone again. Shippers takes it in himself, and it's 22-0. The Monarchs lead, and I would assume they'll go for 2 here.
And I was just notified that it's 21-7 in favor of the Goodland Cowboys against the Colby Eagles. The TMP Monarchs will be playing the Colby Eagles at Colby next week to determine whether or not they go to state. Sorry.
On the PAT attempt, the Shields is brought down. The attempt is no good, but the good news is with 8 minutes and 2 seconds left in the 4th quarter, the TMP Marian Monarchs lead 22-0, and as Ben just reported, the Colby Eagles, which were the other undefeated team, Colby, of course, beat Scott City last week, 14-7. This week, Goodland is out in front of Colby, so, in these district playoff games, anything can happen.
Howard, it'll be interesting to see next week if the Monarchs break into the state rankings. Last week, Colby was ranked, Scott City was ranked, and Colby defeated them. And so Colby was ranked, and now they're getting beat out in Goodland, so maybe the Monarchs will break into the rankings this week.
Well, they might. The only thing about rankings is they oftentimes look at records, and while the Monarchs have been playing great lately, their record is 4-4, and sometimes the voters look at that when they probably shouldn't necessarily. But it'll be interesting to see. I agree with you, Larry. Well, T.J. Gottschalk will kick off with 8 minutes and 2 seconds left here in the game. Monarchs leading 22-0. Tyson Schmidt, boy, he's a quick little guy. Takes it all the way up to the 32-yard line. In the playoffs, Ben, there's a 13-point system that they use to, actually a point system based on a maximum of 13 points a game that you can get. Right now, the Monarchs would get the entire 13 points as they lead by more than 13. Pass completed that time, number 82 on the reception, I should say, Grant Helmers. But really not much yardage gain, maybe 3.
That was a great job by number 9, Lance McKinney, of even getting rid of that ball. He was pressured by at least 2 or 3 different Monarchs.
Kimmy rolls, has a receiver out here wide open, completion made. Brandon Lewis with the reception down at across the 50-yard line. And again, one of the things that you want to pay attention to in this football game is that point spread. The Monarchs want to win by plus 13. So they want to keep these Scott City Beavers out of the end zone. Twin receivers out to the left. McKinney rolls. Gottschalk just misses him. Another miss, and McKinney scoots ahead, gets down inside the 45-yard line. T.J. Gottschalk missed him early, and then brother Luke made an attempt and
missed him also.
Missed him also.
They're just they're pretty excited down there on the field. they're taught to break down and make the runner come to them a little bit. But
that's what's called pursuit angles. And when you're running a pursuit angle, you want to make sure that you flatten it just a little bit so you can get out there and not let them, not actually over pursue. Downfield pass throw, and that one's going to be intercepted, and is. Mark Shields, playing his safety spot, played that perfectly. He mirrored the quarterback to his left. Wherever the quarterback was rolling, Shields rolling with him, and then as the ball was delivered, Shields just stepped in front of the receiver with a great interception. Perfectly played defense by Mark Shields, and he's doing it on both sides of the ball tonight.
Yeah, the secondary for the Monarchs is doing a great job tonight. That's the second interception of the night. One was earlier by Grant Lacey, and that one by Mark Shields. Credit the TMP secondary, which has struggled in the past, and they're just doing a good job tonight.
6:48 left. The Monarchs lead 22-0. Handoff straight ahead to Mark Shields. He stopped for very little gain, maybe a half a yard, maybe a yard. We'll call it a yard. Say it's 2nd and 9. Gottschalk with the pitch. Before you mentioned that Jared's getting a little high with that pitch, and that was not a real good pitch, but Gottschalk handled it well. USD 489, academic achievement, is serious business. In Hayes Public Schools, they take care of business. Insurance planning, where you insure with confidence for business, personal, life, and health. You always know you're getting the right coverage at the right price. Insurance Planning, Inc., with offices in Hayes, Russell, and Great Bend. There's the inside trap. Shields loose. If he could stayed on his feet that time, he had 6 points, but Mark got knocked off balance, tried to regain his balance, stumbled all the way down to the 35-yard line. Great run by Mark Shields.
You can tell the senior running back wanted it bad on that play, but just tripped up a little bit.
He and T.J. Gottschalk going yard for yard tonight. Both running very well, and that's being set up by that great front.
I would be excited to see who had more yards tonight, whether it be T.J. Gottschalk or Mark Shields.
I'll bet you neither one cares. They just want to win this football game.
That's right.
Shields that time across the 40-yard line up to near the 41 or 42. And I tell you what, we have to credit tonight Coach Gene Flax and his staff. This is a beautifully executed game plan, both offensively and defensively. There's Gene Flax, a crafty old coach. Shouldn't call him old. Gene's a young guy. But he's a good one and a good man. Great influence, positive role model for the kids out there. Very fine football coach, and you can see it tonight. They had some adversity early in the season. Gene just stayed with the kids, put some young players out there in the field, gave them time to make a mistake or two to learn. And now these kids are maturing, and you're seeing what's happening tonight. The TMP Marian Monarchs are for real. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left. They lead Scott City 22-0.
Keeper by number 10, Jared Shippers. Getting outside, gain of about a yard.
Thomas More Prep, Marian, reflects an atmosphere of home to students, whether it's in support of school spirit at games, excellence in academics, or fundraising activities. It's the goal of faculty and alumni to search for excellence, which stands behind our statement, give us 4 years, and we'll give you
a lifetime.
You betcha. Ben Bollig, a graduate of TMP and a proud one. Shippers takes it himself.
That's going to be a first down for the Monarchs.
You like to see that because with 3 minutes and 21 seconds, time a big factor now. We'll talk about this point system again. In game 1, Thomas More Prep won 13-7 over Goodland. So they would, after the first game, be +6. Goodland would be -6. Even if Goodland wins tonight by over 13, the best they can be is +7. And that's important from a point situation. Was on that play. We'll get back to that in just a minute. But on that play, the Monarchs pick up 6 yards. Getting back to this point system, the Monarchs tonight, if this score holds, would pick up 13 points tonight. They had a +6. That would give them +19 points. They'd be leading with 2 victories, but even more importantly, their point total would be in pretty good shape. TJ Gottschalk. Actually, I missed that one as Shippers kept it himself. Nice bit of ball handling trickery. Now the clock ticking along, 2 minutes and 8 seconds and counting. Stromgren Support since 1978 has been keeping pro, college, high school, and youth athletes on the playing field with their complete line of sports protection products. Stromgren Sports Protection, keeping you in the game. 3rd down and 1 now for the Monarchs. Straight ahead, TJ Gottschalk, and he should have the 1st and 10. Eagle Communications, locally providing cutting-edge technology and quality entertainment for just pennies a day. Eagle Communications, 2300 Hall in Hayes. First down at the Scott City 41-yard line for the Monarchs. There's 1 minute and 22 seconds left. The Monarchs lead 22-0. This time the trap is sniffed out as Scott City had a stunt on it. Greg Lorett with the tackle. Shields will lose a yard. KMA Productions is proud to bring you the Thomas More Prep Marian Football Game of the Week on Cable 14. Thanks go out to all our great local viewers and area sponsors. Watch all your favorite local hometown sports heroes on Cable 14, the Mid-America Cable TV Association's first place winner for extended local sports coverage. Gottschalk in motion. That was a strange pitch, but it worked.
Yeah, they were blitzing the linebackers on that play that forced the number 10, Jared Shippers, the quarterback for the Monarchs, to risk pitching that ball.
23 seconds left in this football game. And I think this is going to be it. The Monarchs don't have to take another snap. They're going to win this football game 22-0. The crowd is up on its feet. Clock ticking down. And that's it. The TMP Marian Monarchs have won game number 2 at district. And if the score holds out at Colby, TMP will be 2-0 in district with everybody else 1-1. And folks, follow this team because they could be a team of destiny. You saw a great football game tonight. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Larry.
Howard, let's keep it here for just a second. Let's talk about the playoffs. It looks like Goodland is going to defeat Colby out there. They're up 21-7 in the 3rd period, I believe. Obviously, TMP wins, and they're in. But they can go out to Colby and lose
and still
be in the playoffs.
And that's because of the point system, and that's what I was kind of explaining earlier. Right now, TMP with 19 points. Larry, what is the score of the Colby game right now?
I'm told it's 21-7 in favor of Goodland.
Okay, and if that held, then Colby would pick up 13 points, but they would have had a -6 from last week, so they'd be at like a +7. What would happen, basically, TMP, if they lost by 12 points or less, I believe, I'm just trying to calculate here quickly, they could still be in the playoffs.
Okay, well, the bottom line is we want to encourage everybody. Of course, we can't do it. We'll be here doing Hayes High next week, but encourage everybody to get out there and support the Monarchs out in Colby next week, and maybe we've got a state playoff team.
And once again, to everybody, on behalf of the entire staff at Cable Channel 14, KMA Productions, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.
The Cable 14 local game of the week